Hello and welcome. I had a different video planned to record for today, but then I saw there's a new Microsoft Excel Collegiate challenge out for this month, and well, that seemed like more fun than doing something more staid and serious. Um, so just to mix it up a little bit, I'm going to attempt this one live. So I've read the instructions, but I haven't looked at any of the data after that. So I'll quickly walk you through the instructions. The idea is we're modeling sales commissions for a company with 8 sales reps and a very complicated commission structure. So the idea is we've got a salesperson. So right now it's Bob, but all these gray values will be randomized and changed. That person has a goal, and then there are 5 different ways that they can get bonuses according to how they perform against that goal. So the first way is uh, according to the percentage of their target that they hit. So if they get up to 50% of their target, they get a payout of 10% on that piece. If they get up to 100%, 15%, up to 120%, and so on. Then the second thing is some portion of sales are add-on sales. So, for example, if someone has, I'm sorry, it keeps randomizing because I'm not going at the moment. So someone has 6 base sales and 2 of them have add-ons, then their add-on percentage or their attachment rate is 33%. And so if that's again up to 10%, you get 1% of the spend on add-on sales. If it's up to 20%, you get 6% of the spend on add-on sales. Up to if you have up to 100% of them have add-ons, then you can get up to 16% of the add-on sales. So that's the second thing. Then the third thing is according to the percent of your target that you hit, you get a fixed dollar bonus. So if you meet your target, you get a $2,000 fixed bonus. If you're 50% over your target, you get a $6,000 fixed bonus. And similarly for your attachment rate, if you get to at least 35%, that's a $500 fixed bonus. 55%, you get a $1,000 fixed bonus. And if you meet at least 50% of your goal, then you get a 9% payout on all new business. And I think that these are all just additive, but hopefully that will become apparent in a moment. All right, so first thing before I kind of even hit start, the first thing I did when I got all this was I just gave all these named ranges. So I named this goal, you can see the names up here, named this name, named this BSC, base sales commission. I named the first column LU for lookup and the second column PCT for percent. And same here, we've got add-on sales lookup, add-on sales commission lookup, add-on sales commission percent, and so on down. Whether I'll be able to remember all those names is a different thing, but in theory that will help me to be more efficient. I'm not particularly going to focus on a speed run today because I assume most of the people watching this, if anyone watches it, are going to be college students who are also attempting this or have attempted this or want to learn something from it. So I'm mostly going to think about like thought process and kind of best practices rather than speed. But I'll also try to go fastish. All right, so here we go. Get to it. Okay, so build a model to calculate. Oh, wait a minute, wait one gosh darn second. Is a new copy of these separate from, oh, okay, so there goes all my naming of everything, but never mind. Okay, so what have we got here? Base sales, goal, salesperson, yes. What is the total of the base? Where is the, oh, right, sorry, we've got sales data over here. Got it. Okay, so we've got a base amount, an add-on amount, and a date. Fine, happy days. And we're interested right now in Puria. So total base, well, let's give this some names. So I'm going to Shift Alt F3, I think, yes, and give names from the top row. So we're going to want some ifs of, what are these things even called? We're going to want sum of base amount where rep is, and we're going to link to the cell up here, so F25, we'll make it $F, $25 for Puria. Okay, what percentage of Puria sales have add-on sales? So that's going to be count ifs where rep is Puria was a $F, $25, and what's this thing called? Add-on amount is greater than 0. So that's how many add-on sales she has, and then the question is that as a percent of total sales. So that's just going to be remove the second condition, and that's the 21%. What is the total of add-on sales for Puria? So again, that's just going to be sum ifs of add-on amount where rep is Puria. Total of new business sales. So I guess there is a new business. Yes, there's a new business flag here. So that's just going to be sum ifs. A new business base sales. So base amount where rep is this, and new biz is yes. Okay, what is Puria's percent of goal for base sales? So that should just be this divided by, divided by that goal. What payout percent applies to Puria's base sales? So here we're gonna, I'm gonna use XLOOKUP. The key thing here is with the old lookups, you could either do an exact match or you could do a bucket that moved down to the next thing. Why has my time been, what's going on? I don't understand what's happening here. I might not actually have a time here, but never mind. So the up to is significant because, you know, if this was structured as, you know, from 0%, from 50%, from 120%, whatever, then you could use a VLOOKUP or kind of other things. I don't know why it's giving me that so often. But if you want to be able to move up to the next value, then XLOOKUP is your friend. So we're going to XLOOKUP, and we're going to XLOOKUP this percentage, in here, lock returning from here, lock, and then our match mode is going to be exact match our next larger item, this one here, which is a 1. That works out okay. What is Joel's threshold bonus? Okay, so yeah, the data has changed now, but that's fine. Go away. Threshold bonus on base sales, which is this thing, I think. So that is, again, we're going to XLOOKUP the percent of base sales in here. Now this time, we're looking for the exact match or next smaller item. But aside from that, it's the same. So it's just going to be a -1 as that last argument instead of a 1. Okay. What payout percent applies to Joel's add-on sales? That's just a function of the percent of add-on which we have here. So that's going to be, again, XLOOKUP this number in here, lock returning from here, lock, and again, I mean, just the fact that the first one isn't 0 tells you this, but it also mentions in the header up to, so 1 as the last argument. Okay, okay, now it's Kate. What is Kate's threshold bonus on oh my god, it keeps updating. What is Puria's threshold bonus on add-on sales, which is this guy here. So again, we're just going to XLOOKUP this percent of add-on sales in here, lock returning from here, lock, and again, this one is starting from 0. We're going, you know, down to the nearest match, so it's a -1 exact match for next smaller item. Okay, what is Puria's new business percent bonus? Okay, fine. So that's going to be if, here's the percent goal is percent of base sales. So if that is greater than or equal to the threshold, so what's the question? Oh, okay, fine. So it's just the payout percent, otherwise 0. What is Puria's total pay from commission and threshold bonuses? All right, so if I'd been paying more attention, I might have tagged these as I went along, but so percent of goal for so got which ones are pointing? Oh, I can't even do that. Okay, fine. So that's percent of the goal. That's okay. So that's this percent of base sales. All right. So I'm gonna go with base sale commission. I'm doing a let because it's a way to kind of break out a bunch of different steps. You could also just break them out in separate helper cells here, but I don't know, something about these things is just encouraging me to try to fit it all in one cell. So the base sales commission is payout percent, this percent, times total base sales, which is this. Okay. I'm going to do it with line breaks just to make it nice and readable. Alt-enter to make line breaks. So then my next thing is the base sale bonus, which I think I just directly calculated. Payable threshold bonus add-on sales. Yes, so that's sorry, no, hang on. right, my add-on sales commission. Total of add-on sales I have. What else is add-on? Payout percent applies to add-on sales. Okay, so then add-on sales commission will be that percent times that, I think. Okay, then my base sales bonus will be what? I'm just trying to figure out which things I've already worked out here. Threshold bonus on add-on sales, no. Threshold bonus on base sales, yes. So that's just that, fine. Then add-on sales bonus is going to be this guy, yes. And then my new business bonus is going to be this times my total amount of new business, which, yeah, that is up there, good. Okay, so then finally, my total commission is going to be, let me just expand this so I can see them all, reference them all, get this out of the way, is going to be my BSC plus my ASC plus my BSB plus my ASB plus my NBB. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I'm entering. So with a let, you can like just go straight to the output, but as a good practice, it's a good idea to define the output here and then put the output, because then for debugging purposes, if I want to check that I'm calculating this correctly or this correctly or this correctly or this correctly, then I can do that. All right, so anyway, what is the effective commission rate on all of Kate's sales? So that's going to be this over, let's see, I have the pieces already, I think. So that's total base sales, that's total add-on sales. Hooray! Okay, so second tab. Wait a minute, what? This? You just, oh, okay, this time we've got a date range, fine. Okay. Are things at least in the same place? I'll be sad if I can't reuse most of my workings when it's so similar. Let's try, see what happens. So obviously they're going to start off wrong, but that's fine. So then I need to add date. The name has to be greater than or equal to, and just check these references, otherwise do seem to be working, yes. Greater than or equal to start date, and has to be less than or equal to end date, which is C. And then get rid of that extra comma. Okay, so that checks out. And then I basically just need to add this condition to every countifs and sumifs further down. So I'm going to add that here and here. And now that one's right. I'm going to add it here. And now that one's right. I'm going to add it here. And now that one's right. Oh, okay. And everything else, yeah, I guess everything else just comes from dependent calculations above. Okay, cool. So team commissions. Ah. Okay. How are we going to do this? Well, how indeed, you ask. Question is how aggressively I want to combine this all into one thing. Go away. Which salesperson has the highest effective commission rate? What is the effective commission rate for the entire team? Okay. Sorry, the phone is buzzing, but I don't think that's anything I need to worry about. All right, so I mean, the extremely aggressive option is just to, you know, combine all of these. These are all separate things. It's not even that crazy. I might just do that, just for lols. Okay, so F40. Then F35. So I'm just copy pasting each of the formulas. You can see it's going to get a little uglier, but you know what? I'm going to stop myself, because I did say that I would, because I was doing this thinking about students, I was going to force myself to do best practices, and honestly, mashing the whole thing into one giant formula is not best practice in this scenario. So what am I going to do instead? I'd like to be able to insert rows here so I can copy my formulas onto here, but oh, it will let me do that. Okay. That might break later and make me regret that, but okay. So let's take this over here, and then hopefully that's gonna, oops, I've overwritten some stuff. I need a couple more rows. So I'll put all that in there. And that's all referring correctly. Okay, so then I should be able to just take these two values that I'm interested in, which is that and that. And is this? That's not good. If I can't do a data table on this if this is not linked to that. That's concerning. Yeah, thank you. But how else do I get everybody's base sales amount? This is not good. I'm going to assume that on that background calcs tab, this is linked to this, because otherwise it just is going to break. Let me just try. If I type Puria over here, that does not appear to have linked. Maybe they all have the same goal? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is going to work when I can't. I assume that I'm not allowed to access the background calcs tab. I'm not, because it's protected. Okay, so let's just take unique of reps. There they all are. And we'll do a data table where we put each of these values. So sorry, I need to slow down. So Alt DT for a data table, or if you want to find it on the ribbon, I guess it's data, what if analysis data table. Then we have a column of values we want to change. So I'm going to go column input cell and scroll up here. I'm going to have that, that person be that. And then I'm just going to copy these formats down. So if this is linking correctly, so this is then changing for each person. If this is linking correctly, then this will give me the right values. Sorry, I also need one other thing. Do I need one? No, I don't. So I guess we'll soon find out if this is working. If it's not, I have no idea how you're supposed to solve this problem. So sum of that over sum of base sales plus add-on sales. That's totally different. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, so Kate at 150. Yeah, they do have different targets. I don't know how you do this. Build a model, calculate each employee from the start of the period to the end of the period. Commissions are paid in the same. Stop popping up. But only sales during the period count toward fulfilling the sale goals. Right. So I'm at a loss. I'm going to pause the video and try and work this out. Okay, I'm back. It took me a while to work out what the heck was going on there. I eventually realized that actually the logic was all working fine. These things are apparently driving off this. The goal amount is driving off the person just in a way that I can't see here. I just made a silly mistake here, which is that when I was summing that, I forgot to apply the date range in the denominator. So that's the only reason that didn't work. Not anything wrong with the data table. Sorry, now that has to be a sum ifs. Oh, and that means I'm going to have to do the add-on amount separately. But anyway, so sum of the base plus some of the add-ons for that date range. And then we get our 13%, which is what we're supposed to get. Or the other thing is I could set this table up in a slightly nicer way, and rather than doing the bonus, what I can do is the total sales plus add-on sales, base sales plus add-on sales. So that's my total sales, then that's my percent, and then this is going to be my, I don't even need my total commission. So then I can just say equals some product of total sales with the total commission. So multiplying the sales by the percent commission gives me the total commission, and then divide that by sum of this. Or if I were being a little less terse, I could also just add a third column to this table so that I have total sales, total commission, and percent commission, but whatever, doesn't matter. So who has the highest total sales? So here we just need to look up, find the biggest one in here, a nice little trick for that is XLOOKUP. You can do 10 to the 7, and basically anything that's going to be bigger than the largest number. Look it up in here, returning from here, exact match or next smaller item. It just saves you having to reference this twice. The kind of old-fashioned way to do this back in the kind of VLOOKUP or match days was to look up max of this in this. But if you know any kind of reasonable upper limit for this, I mean, if you're in doubt about the sales, make this 10 to the 20 is totally fine. And that'll give you that. And then same idea here, except this time they're percentages. So by definition, 1 is an upper limit. Or not quite by definition, percentages can be greater than 1, but you know what I mean. Nobody's getting paid more than 100% commission. Although again, stranger sales structures have existed, so let's just say they won't get paid more than 1,000%. Sorry, and then important to include exact match or next smaller item. And then I think we're done, but it hasn't hit stop, which I guess is because it kept getting confused about whether I was going at all, but let's try force stop. Oh dear. Well, never mind. I guess we are not going to know how long this took. The game is not stopped. Okay, never mind. It does not want to tell me a time, but I guess you'll know my time from the length of the video. Anyway, that's what I got for today. Got a little bit lost on this last bit, but everything up to there seemed to be going fine. So there we go. Thanks for watching. See you next time.